Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Laura and this is part 3 of my series on Gothic and Romantic literature this autumn. And today we want to talk about the marble statue, or German das Marmorbild, from Joseph von Eichendorff, who is one of the most famous romantic poets from Germany. The story was published in 1819 and Joseph von Eichendorff lived from 1780 to 1857. So he was around 40 years old when the story got published. And what is the story about? The story is about a young man called Florio who comes to the town of Lucca in Tuscany in Italy, and while he's riding on his horse he meets a very nice young singer called Fortunato, and with Fortunato together they just ride into the town, and there's a beautiful a party, festivities, people singing and dancing, and there he also quickly meets a beautiful woman who he's got an eye for, and she's called Bianca. And well, he's feeling really nice, but then something weird happens and there's a knight coming around who's called Donati, and he says that they have known each other from before and he knows things about Florio's childhood, and it's all a little strange. But yeah, he doesn't think too much about it, and then he just goes to the guest house with Fortunato together where they stay overnight. And in the night he cannot really sleep, and he goes out, and in a park where he just goes for a walk he sees a beautiful marble statue of a beautiful woman, like a Venus, a beautiful woman, and he seems to fall for that woman, and she even seems to become alive for him. So Florio is really enchanted by that statue, and after that he cannot really think of anything else, and he talks about nothing else and only wants to get to that beautiful woman. And whenever he walks past that statue, especially in the moonlight, he's so enchanted by it. And he also tells Donati about it the night he met before, and Donati says, yeah, I know that woman, she's a very wealthy woman and she owns a lot of land around here and this beautiful palace, but she's not easy to meet, and maybe I can arrange a meeting for the two of you. But then for a while nothing happens, and after some times they go to a beautiful palace, and there he meets the woman again, and she lures him to her bedchamber, but then everything gets a little gloomy and creepy. And then we have several different encounters as well with the woman, or even with another woman. We're not really sure, because he also meets a beautiful Greek woman at a masquerade ball, and he follows her and he doesn't really get to her, and it's all a little mysterious. So I won't tell you how the story ends, because I'm spoiling you way too much on this channel and I don't want to do that. I want you to read the stories. So yeah, I think it's really nice that we have this motif of the statue coming alive, and we know that from before, from I think one of the oldest accounts is the Pygmalion myth from Ovid, where there's this artist who creates this beautiful statue which becomes alive by the help of Venus, I think. It's also very famous, very interesting. But also the idea of Joseph von Eichendorff, it's not really originally his idea, but he reworked the story from, let me read it, Eberhard Werner Happel, and he was a Baroque poet, and he wrote a ghost story actually about this beautiful woman coming to life, this marble statue. And that's really interesting. I haven't read that story, but I want to sneak into it and see how the two stories are connected and in which ways Joseph von Eichendorff drew inspiration from that. It's a really nice story. It's beautifully written. The prose is absolutely beautiful. I think Joseph von Eichendorff is also very famous for his poetry, actually, and maybe I will also talk about that. I have way too many ideas for the few weeks in which I planned to do this series, but maybe I'll just make more videos and just take it on into winter. Let's see. I hope you enjoy it as well. And yeah, well, I think poets who are mainly writing poetry, their prose also tends to be more beautiful and more like picturesque in a way. Tell me if you feel the same. I love Joseph von Eichendorff's writing. I can recommend the story 100%. I loved it from the very beginning to the very end, and I don't want to take away too much about it, so I don't talk about all the details happening in the end. I also liked all the characters, especially Florio and Fortunato. I loved Fortunato because he's such a cheerful character. He's always singing and so happy, and he says, oh, nothing's more beautiful than just waking up in the morning and walking through the nature, and you don't have to worry about anything. Actually, I think if I were a literary character, I would like to be the same in a way, because I think deep at my heart, I feel the same, like being this cheerful person who loves mornings and who loves nature and just being out and about and being happy and meeting others and making them happy. That doesn't seem to suit all the gloomy and gothic topics on here, but I think why not? I mean, Fortunato is also part of a romantic story that's also having gothic elements, so why not? Okay, long rant about the characters. Florio is also a nice character. He's relatable in a way, I think. I also like Bianca. Donati not so much, but well, doesn't really matter. It's really nice. Just read it. I don't want to blabber too much, so read it, and I will see you in my next video, in which I will probably talk about something else that's not German for a change. And yeah, let me know what you think of the story, what you thought of the video, and whether you would like to see anything in particular on this channel. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and tell others about the channel. Yay! Bye bye, see you in my next video.